The atmosphere was electric, the tension palpable. Everyone anticipated a hard-fought battle, a nail-biting finish. But no one, absolutely no one, saw this coming. The script was written, the narrative set, yet reality had other plans. The Thunder, on the brink of the NBA Finals, a single victory away from realizing their championship dreams, needed just one more win, and they had the advantage of playing at home, in front of their roaring, unwavering fans. The crowd buzzed with certainty, a tangible wave of confidence washing over the Chesapeake Energy Arena, expecting a coronation, a celebratory procession into the NBA Finals. They were ready to erupt, to unleash years of pent-up passion and anticipation. The Pacers, written off as valiant but ultimately overmatched, a team many believed had already exceeded expectations, refused to follow the script. They came into Oklahoma City not just to compete, but to conquer. Instead, they delivered a stunning demolition, a performance that silenced the doubters and shocked the basketball world. 125-95, a margin of victory that spoke volumes, a statement of intent that reverberated throughout the league. From the opening tip, the Pacers established their dominance. Indiana played with a level of ferocity and precision that the Thunder simply couldn't match. Their execution was flawless, their determination unwavering, leaving the Thunder and their fans in utter disbelief, witnessing their championship aspirations crumble before their very eyes. This wasn't a close game that slipped away in the final seconds, a heartbreaking loss after a valiant effort. It was a systematic dismantling, a comprehensive and decisive victory that left no room for doubt. The air of celebration, the palpable sense of inevitability, turned to stunned, almost eerie silence. The roar of the crowd was replaced by whispers of disbelief. Pundits had confidently handed the series to Oklahoma City, predicting an easy path to the finals, but Indiana shattered every assumption, rewriting the narrative and injecting a heavy dose of uncertainty into the series. The Pacers proved they have a championship gear, a level of play they can reach when their backs are against the wall, seizing all momentum, swinging the pendulum of the series firmly in their direction, and planting a seed of doubt, a nagging question, in the Thunder's minds. Can they recover? Can they withstand the pressure? This game will be remembered not just for the score, but for how it was won, a testament to meticulous coaching, unwavering preparation, and an unshakable collective will to win. Indiana faced elimination, the ultimate pressure cooker, in one of the NBA's most hostile arenas, a cauldron of noise and intimidation, and delivered their most complete performance, a masterpiece of teamwork and execution under immense pressure. The story, the narrative everyone believed, was supposed to be about the Thunder's inevitable march to the NBA Finals, their coronation as the Kings of the East. Instead, the Pacers tore up the script, shattered the illusion, and flipped the entire series on its head, and set the stage for a legendary winner-take-all Game 7, a clash of titans that will determine who advances and who goes home. The Pacers came into this game with a clear objective: to dominate from the tip-off. And right from the first possession, they sent a resounding message. Tyrese Halliburton, the engine of their offense, immediately pushed the pace, showcasing the speed and urgency they intended to play with. He found Pascal Siakam cutting to the basket, who finished strong for an and one, drawing the foul and converting the basket. This wasn't just a score, it was an immediate statement of intent, a declaration that they wouldn't back down. Indiana wasn't there to simply survive the hostile environment or weather the storm. They were there to attack, to seize control, and to impose their will on the game. Every single possession in the first quarter was played with relentless aggression, a constant barrage of pressure on both ends of the court. Their offense flowed with crisp ball movement, finding the open man and exploiting every defensive lapse. Miles Turner, a key component of their offensive strategy, hit 2 early threes, showcasing his range. This stretched the floor, forcing the Thunder's defense to respect his shot and opening up valuable driving lanes for the Pacers guards. The Pacers dictated the terms of engagement, setting the tempo and controlling the flow of the game. They were constantly probing, attacking mismatches whenever they presented themselves, and making the Thunder look slow, confused, and reactive to Indiana's offensive schemes. Defensively, they implemented a strategy to contain Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, swarming him with double teams and traps. This forced the ball out of his hands, making other players on the Thunder make plays. This disrupted the Thunder's offensive rhythm and prevented them from establishing any consistent scoring opportunities. Aaron Nesmith's physical and tenacious defense set the tone for the entire team, demonstrating the level of intensity required to win on the road. This threw Oklahoma City's usually potent offense into complete confusion, forcing turnovers and contested shots. By the end of the first quarter, Indiana had established a commanding lead, 34-22. This lead wasn't just reflected in points on the scoreboard, but also in the palpable energy and flawless execution displayed by the Pacers. The Thunder looked shell-shocked and completely out of sync, struggling to find any answers to Indiana's relentless attack. They were unable to match Indiana's force of will, their intensity, and their unwavering determination. The Pacers didn't just survive the hostile crowd and the pressure of an elimination game, they silenced it, turning the arena into a library. It was a masterclass in how to start an elimination game on the road, a blueprint for taking control and dictating the terms from the opening tip. The second quarter belonged to Tyrese Halliburton. He orchestrated the offense with control and creativity, seeing plays before they developed. His pick-and-roll mastery and timely step-back threes deflated the arena's energy. Halliburton's confidence was contagious, elevating the entire team. His triple-double, 26 points, 12 assists, 11 rebounds, only hints at his true impact. Whenever the Thunder threatened to run, Halliburton answered with a big play. He controlled the tempo, providing calm in the storm. This was a legacy-defining performance, elite poise, leadership, and execution. Halliburton outplayed his superstar counterpart and proved he can lead a team on the biggest stage. On this night, he was the best player on the floor by a wide margin. While Halliburton dazzled on the perimeter, Pascal Siakam dominated inside. From the start, Siakam attacked relentlessly, using his spin move and strength to overwhelm defenders. The Pacers fed him in the post, and he delivered with efficient scoring and deep position. Siakam's presence forced the Thunder to collapse, opening up shooters and fueling Indiana's offense. He was a force on the glass, limiting second-chance points and sparking transition opportunities. His defensive energy set the tone for the team. Siakam finished with 31 points and 9 rebounds, thriving under elimination pressure. He was the perfect co-star to Halliburton, forming an unstoppable inside-outside duo. Siakam proved he's a championship-caliber player when it matters most. Indiana's suffocating defense was the story of the night. Their rotations were sharp, closeouts aggressive, and every player locked in. The Pacers' game plan neutralized Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with double teams and physical defense. SGA looked flustered, finishing with an inefficient 22 points. Myles Turner anchored the paint, altering shots and controlling the glass. Indiana's perimeter defenders played aggressively, knowing Turner had their backs. The Thunder's driving lanes vanished, and their offense stalled. Indiana's transition defense prevented easy baskets, forcing OKC into a half-court grind. The Pacers' discipline and physicality turned the game in their favor. The biggest difference was energy and intensity. The Pacers played like their season depended on it, diving for loose balls, fighting for rebounds, and communicating with passion. Every player was fully engaged, exuding confidence and desperation. The Thunder, in contrast, looked flat and hesitant, missing their trademark urgency. Indiana's hustle fueled game-changing runs, offensive rebounds, steals, and fast breaks that broke OKC's spirit. The Thunder waited for talent to save them, but effort won the night. This game was a lesson in playoff mindset. The physical battle is won by the team with the stronger will. Indiana entered with unified purpose. OKC was caught off guard by their ferocity. As the deficit grew, the Thunder's energy faded. The Pacers' intensity prevailed in spectacular fashion. On this night, effort was everything. Every blowout has a breaking point. That moment when the momentum shifts irrevocably, and one team seizes control. It's a turning point that can define the entire game, leaving one side energized and the other demoralized. These moments are crucial, and the Pacers were about to find theirs. Midway through the third quarter, with the game still within reach for the Thunder, the Pacers found theirs. It was a pivotal juncture, a chance to either let the Thunder back in or slam the door shut. The Thunder, fueled by their home crowd's energy, managed to cut the lead to 12. The arena stirred with renewed hope, sensing a potential comeback. The atmosphere was electric, the tension palpable, but Indiana, displaying resilience and composure, responded with a decisive run. They weren't about to let their lead slip away. This was their moment to assert dominance. Halliburton, the maestro of the offense, drove into the lane, drawing defenders like moths to a flame. With impeccable court vision, he kicked the ball out to Turner, who was waiting patiently beyond the arc for a three. Siakam, showcasing his defensive prowess, followed with a steal, intercepting a lazy pass. He then took off down the court, a blur of motion, culminating in a thunderous coast-to-coast dunk. A 16-2 Pacers run unfolded, a testament to their offensive firepower and defensive intensity. It was a display of basketball at its finest, a symphony of skill and teamwork. Defensive stops, crucial possessions where they stifled the Thunder's offense, forcing turnovers and contested shots, transition buckets, lightning-fast breaks that caught the Thunder's defense off guard, resulting in easy scores, and flawless ball movement, a display of unselfishness and chemistry, with players making the extra pass to find the open man. Nembhard, spotting up in the corner, hit a crucial three-pointer, extending the lead and silencing the crowd. Toppin, soaring through the air, finished a spectacular alley-oop dunk, igniting the Pacers bench and sending a message to the Thunder. And every Pacer contributed, from starters to reserves, each player playing their role to perfection. It was a complete team effort. The Thunder's defense unraveled, unable to contain the Pacers' relentless attack. They looked lost and confused, with no answer for Indiana's offensive onslaught. The lead ballooned to 26, a commanding advantage that seemed insurmountable. The game was effectively over. The Pacers had seized control and were not letting go. The run didn't just extend the lead, it broke OKC's will, crushing their spirit and extinguishing any hope of a comeback. Players looked defeated, their shoulders slumped, their eyes glazed over. Fans sat in stunned silence, the energy completely drained from the arena. It was a championship-level display from Indiana, a performance that showcased their potential and sent a message to the rest of the league. That 4-minute stretch won the game, a decisive period that swung the momentum entirely in Indiana's favor, extended the series, keeping their playoff hopes alive, and announced the Pacers as true contenders, a force to be reckoned with in the Eastern Conference. The moment belonged to Indiana, a testament to their hard work, dedication, and unwavering belief in themselves. As the final seconds ticked away, Chesapeake Energy Arena was silent. Fans filed out in shock, the celebration they expected never materializing. The Thunder walked off, outclassed on their home floor. For Indiana, it was pure elation, a team that stared down elimination and emerged stronger. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement to the league. The Pacers proved they belong, and the victory gave them confidence and momentum. The narrative shifted. Indiana is no longer an underdog but a real threat. Experts scrambled to revise their predictions. The Thunder's momentum evaporated. Now the pressure is on them. Indiana has a blueprint for success and carries resurgent hope into Game 7. The series is completely reset. It all comes down to this. Game 7. One game, 48 minutes to decide who reaches the NBA Finals. The series shifts to Indiana, where the crowd will be electric. The Thunder must recover from a blowout and prove Game 6 was a fluke. Can SGA solve Indiana's defense? Can their young players handle the pressure? For the Pacers, the challenge is to sustain their Game 6 energy and execution. Can Halliburton and Siakam dominate again? Can the defense stay elite? This is the ultimate test of character and resilience. Every possession will matter, every shot magnified. All eyes are on Indiana for the final dramatic chapter of this incredible series.